Oh my gosh. You know, I think my dogs have allergies, Teresa, to yours.
Yes.
Oh, Lulu is saying, scratch me, Mama, scratch me.
Lulu, come
Go
here.
get Aunt Teresa to
Come here,
scratch
Lulu.
you. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. I'll scratch you.
baby.
Come on, Gus.
Oh, there we go.
They're like a bunch of children.
I know.
They're like peoples too.
But you know what? It's miserable. Your back is. You
listen.
can't scratch it.
Well, you know, we were trying to watch TV the other night, and I couldn't stand it any longer. I had to get up and bathe them because they just itch. Like they have allergies. Come on in the kitchen, y'all. I got my bubbles here with me. And do you want to hear something precious, Susan?
What?
All of a sudden, my voice is leaving me. I got this in the mail the other day. Dear Miss Paula, my family has watched you for years. I remember when I was younger, during the days when you came on that network, watching it with my dad. He said he always loved watching you and cooking your recipes, and they were all fantastic. And I am so glad to see you posting videos now on YouTube. And so he said it brings back so many wonderful memories. And his family, he and his family came to Savannah back in 2005 and met me at Uncle Bubba's restaurant. And he goes on to say, enjoy all your cookbooks. The one we use the most is the Lady and Son Savannah Country Cookbook. And that was my very first one. Would you please show me how to cook your cheese biscuits like you serve in your restaurants? Since some people can't find your mix for them. Also, could you show me how to make tomato gravy? My cousin likes it, and I would like to have a recipe from you. Is there any way you could write the cheese biscuit recipe for me and send it to me? I would love that. Stay safe during this time and always. Enclosed is some cash for mailing back the recipe from Alex Collins. Alex, you're so sweet.
Where's Alex from?
I'm gonna
Rainbow City.
Alabama.
Rainbow City, Alabama.
Alex, I'm gonna send you the recipe, honey, but I'm also gonna send your $5 back to you. I have never had anybody do that.
Offer to do that.
Yes, offer to send money for their postage. So Alex, I'm gonna I made some biscuits earlier, but I made easy rolls, or what I call mayonnaise biscuits. But this biscuit mix, you can find it in all of our stores.
You can get it online too.
And you can get this online. And the recipe for famous cheddar biscuits is the first recipe on this box. Or you can take a regular biscuit recipe and just add cheddar cheese to it too. But we brush ours with a little garlic butter, and I don't think it doesn't say to do that on this. But we just melt butter and garlic powder and brush that on when they come out of the oven. But I am going to show you how to make tomato gravy because it's so simple. And you can find this recipe online. It's pork chops and tomato gravy. And tomato gravy is so good. If you fried chicken or country fried steak,
Oh, okay. It's country steak.
and use the drippings, to make your gravy. That is so good, but you can make it just like I'm fixing to show you without having fried anything. I'm gonna take about a half a stick of butter, Alex, and I'm gonna melt that in my black skillet. And I'm heating up our biscuit over here, Bubbles.
Gonna toast it.
I'm gonna toast it
Got
because
butter
it's,
on
yeah. Oh, I got butter on it, sister. All right.
Are these the mayonnaise ones?
Yes. All right. So, and I love my wooden spoons for these. I love my wooden spoons. Period, y'all. I just love the wood. All right. So we're gonna melt our butter. Now, when I make tomato gravy, Alex, I really do prefer using my fresh tomatoes. These are heirloom tomatoes that I've got right here. And they're just incredible. But I'm not going to do that today because I want to show you a little bit easier way and convenient, because if you want tomato gravy during the winter time and the tomatoes are no good, then you'll want to be able to reach in there and get just a can. Now I'm using fire roasted diced tomatoes to make our tomato gravy. Now my butter's melted and I'm gonna put in some onions that have been diced up. And I'm just gonna cook those for a minute till they're kind of transparent. And I'm gonna, you could use fresh garlic, or you could use garlic powder, which I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sprinkle it with a little garlic powder. Oh, those onions look so good. And I do love this skillet. You know where I got that from, don't you? Joe that owns Seventh Heaven. He bought out a house after an estate. And it was out here on Wilmington Island. And when he found this in the house, on the bottom it said chicken fryer. He said, Paula's got to have that. Especially since it came from Wilmington Island. So, all right, now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons. It really depends on how much you're making. You know, so you can kind of make it as thick as you want to. So that was probably, what would y'all say that was, 2 or 3 tablespoons? It was, I grabbed a 1/4 of a cup, and I think I didn't have it full, slap full, so that should be like 3 tablespoons right there.
Just to thicken it.
Yes, just to make sure it's thick. So I love cooking in this pan right here. All right, this is dirt simple, Alex. So now I'm gonna add my fire roasted diced tomatoes. And you can also use pureed tomatoes. And if you don't like the actual chunks of tomato, I would say use the pureed. All right, and I've got my chicken stock. So in that goes. And I made my chicken stock. Look at that charred tomato where they fire roasted it. I love them. Okay. We're on the way. You know, so like I said, if you don't want the pieces of tomato in it, use the pureed tomatoes in the can, and it's a cross between diced tomatoes and tomato sauce, I guess you would say. All right.
What about crushed tomatoes? Is that too soupy?
Oh no, you could definitely use that.
Okay.
Like I said, if I was making this for the family, I would be using those fresh tomatoes. And y'all can too out there, but I just, you know, I know that we're not going to the store like we used to, you know, 2 or 3 times a day. I'm gonna cut that off. And all right, now I'm gonna add my milk. And you can just kind of play with it, you know, as thin or as thick as you want it. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna add our salt and our pepper. And see how simple that is, Alex? So simple. And I've done a hurry up job on this. But we just want to get that nice and hot and bubbly. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Golly bum, I think it's ready to eat. And tomato gravy, y'all, ouch, is so much better when you use the drippings from country fried steak or fried chicken. I mean, there's no comparison. The butter is good, but the drippings from country fried steak is too good. What you think, Alex? Does that look like you were? Is that what you were thinking about? Come on, sis, asleep. Let's dig in. Oh, this is so good over rice.
I was gonna say rice is good too.
Yes. And it's hot as blue blazes.
Scorching.
Scorching hot. Whoa. Don't burn yourself.
Good.
So good.
Now Phil likes it for breakfast.
Oh, it's delicious for
With
breakfast.
eggs. Because he likes tomatoes for breakfast every morning anyway.
I'll tell you what. Excuse me, that's the gate I got to get it. Hello? Hello? So they'll just have to sit there. Yes, you could fry your bacon or your country fried ham or your sausage and use those drippings to make your gravy with. And it'll kick it up a whole great big another notch.
Okay.
But like I said, the butter ain't bad, is it? Just
The
making
butter's
it
not
with.
bad. But he likes sliced tomatoes, scrambled eggs, and every for breakfast in the morning. So.
Well,
You
Alex.
enjoyed, Alex.
Yeah, I hope.
Sorry you're not here.
I know. But like I said, try making the tomato gravy with real drippings, and you are home. Mama used to make Swiss steak, and that recipe is in my first cookbook too. And after she fried the country fried steak, you know, she'd put the flour in and make the gravy, and then put her tomatoes in, and then put her steak back in it.
Smother it.
Out of this world. Well, best dishes and love to you, Alex. And I'll be sending your money back to you.